morning, TFR.
Good morning.
Hi, this is Alan. I like Ironworx because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworx on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the plane. To the show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to The Ironworx with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the Ironworx and become an Iron Scout.
Happy Friday, my friend.
Thank God it's Friday.
It's Friday, my dudes.
Oh, yeah. It's Friday, my dudes. And a happy Friday to you all. Welcome to the Ironworx right here on truthfrequencyradio.com, TFRlive.com, where the chat is lighting fast. I want to give a shout out to everybody there in chat joining us first thing this morning. Appreciate you staying up late and or getting up early. Much appreciated. But I don't want to hog the spotlight because I know we've got some big news coming your way this morning. And I think we're going to let Walter handle this one because it's his big news.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry, trying to get a little coffee in me, and then we had a little interplay at the table. Give me a second.
This is good stuff.
Audio. It's fucking amazing. Audio, air, time, radio. Anyway, hi, Zach. How are you, real quick?
I'm doing good. Waking up.
Yeah, me too. So a couple days ago, I came through, pulled in up in the driveway. This is, you know how long I've been looking for the cat, and I pulled up and I see her like shoot. It seemed for all I mean, it really felt like she shot out from under the car and went across to the neighbor's fence, another neighbor's house. She may have taken a ride with me. That's what I'm thinking. It got cold here. She may have got out in the warm engine, and then we may have went down the road into the ice machine and come back. And we're just not far, maybe 3 blocks, 5 blocks, just farther than I want to tow the cooler. Anyway, I got out, called her, did all the "Are you hungry" stuff that I do to get them to come to food, and that's what got her. That stopped her running and turned back my way and made the most pitiful little mewing. I went on under the fence, under the other house. I talked to her, got her to come back my way, and she came under the fence for a little bit, but then she went under my house for a second until I started walking towards the steps to go inside, put the cooler up and all that stuff, and get her a bowl of food, which, I had left food out a couple different times and went looking for her, shaking her treat box and all those different things, and never got a response. So I ran in, got a bowl of food, came back out, got towards the fence again. She had already, like I said, she already ran to the neighbor's house and got under it. So I put the food down about halfway between the fence and us and backed up to my steps, and kind of started calling at her, and she wouldn't come out. So I just went in the house and finished getting the other cat settled in because they had already come out into the outhouse to see what I was all about. And I was like, no, y'all need to get back in the house because I'd already gotten too excited and left the inner door cracked and all these fun things. So anyway, got back outside to check and see if she'd gotten the food out yet, and apparently she'd only just worked up nerve enough to start creeping under the fence because she shot back away. Anyway, after a lot of waiting and pausing, she finally came under the fence when I pushed the food to the edge of her fence side, and she finally came under the house, ate the food as I sat there. Dude, when she took that first bite, it was the most pitiful sound of just ravenous, oh my God, thankful, oh, it was just like every bite she was making a noise. Every bite, a noise came out of her. It was so So anyway, tried to get her to stay in the vicinity, but anytime I took a step from my house, she took off. So I was like, well, at least she's around and I can feed her. And I went back in, got another bowl of food and left it out there, took her water out there again, filled it back up, put it back out there, and left the situation alone and hoping she would come back. If she got out, she could get back in. And it was starting to get cold, so I was hoping maybe that would work it out. Anyway, got next day, food all gone, put another bowl out. As the day progressed, that bowl didn't get touched, which was like, well, maybe she's just going to be here every 5 to 10 days, and that's who she'll be. But at least I know she's good. She's not, sick or dead or gone. Anyway, I was I taking the garbage out last night? Yeah, I took the garbage out last night, doing the thing right outside the door there. As I came back up the steps, I heard her. So I started talking to her, and she started talking back. And I mean, y'all heard her with me on the air before. She talked. She's a talker. So that made me get another bowl of food, put this bowl of food inside the door of the porch out there. And through a lot of talking and throwing pieces out the door, she finally crept into the bowl as I'm leaning up against the washer right next to the inner door. And I hear the other cats under the door freaking out, trying to figure out what the hell's going on, because I'm talking about food, obviously, and they smell it, and they can smell her. And it's a whole big scene. And finally, as I crack the door to the inner door to try to shush them back a little bit so they don't freak her out, she walks in the house. I'm like, oh, okay, you're home. Cool. So, as you guys will see momentarily, Rizzo is home. I'll send you some pictures. She's quite content at the moment. She's loafed up. She's happy. She's super skinny, and that makes me very sad, but I know we'll fix that. But I mean, yeah, she is bony skinny. So apparently she wasn't hunting as good out there as she thought she was. And apparently that daily grind of getting food over at the landlord's house that she got used to wasn't. I mean, I was putting it out until she just didn't seem to be eating it ever. I never saw it get touched. So I just assumed she had taken off further away and had quit putting it out. So I should have been putting it out every day. I feel bad about that. But when there was no evidence that she even cared about that food here, I didn't see the point. She'd apparently moved on, I thought. But she's back. I gave her a flea treatment last night. She did have some fleas. I could see them on her face. So we did the quick 24-hour kill quick thing, and then I'll go get some good drops from the vet later. And we're having a family reunion of a lot of who are you hissing, but then there's also been a few butt smells finally this morning, so they're getting back to normalization. But man, when I got up this morning, she was manic for me. She was climbing up on my chest, putting her paw up on my shoulder, almost like hugging me, guys. It was like the most amazing thing. And she's never been the one to be in my lap more than a few seconds, but she climbed in it and climbed out and got on my chest and put her paws up on me. She was excited to be home today, for sure. So I guess she figured out this was the place to be. I said, a girl. Anyway, I'll send y'all some videos of the whole adventure. I'm not going to show video on the air this morning. I'll show some this afternoon, perhaps, if y'all want to spend a little kitty corner with her. But yep, Rizzo's home. Thank you guys for the prayers. Also, because of weird timing and just weird how it all fell out, just go ahead and get this one out there. And I should have said this first probably, but this happened last night and that happened a couple of days ago. A friend of mine that lives behind me, I've known for quite a few years here, had an accident, and still haven't heard the exact details, haven't talked to him, just heard things from his family through Michelle, working here at the paper, keeping up with stuff. And so, but anyway, he had a little accident there at his house with his truck, doing some kind of work on his truck or pulling another vehicle. We're not really sure, but it basically ran over him and crushed his ribs and crushed his. Thank you, baby. He's a she did that. He's a super strong baby. I mean, he's a super strong dude, and she's a crazy baby. But he's going to make a full recovery. The doctor said he's the strongest guy he's seen for his age. I mean, he's like 70. But, yeah, he'll make a recovery. It'll be some recuperation and rehabilitation. But, yeah, he broke all of his ribs and his jaw. And the strength aspect of his makeup is what kept his neck from being involved in it all.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, he's doing good. Send prayers his way, Gary. Surely, definitely praying for you, brother. Hope you're doing better.
Gotta suck. I'm glad that she's back, Walter.
Me too.
As am I. Lord, as am
And
I.
last night we were talking, and she wasn't coming in. She didn't want to.
Nope.
And then she was like, "Yep, okay, I'm home."
Right. Yep. Like I said, we had a long conversation at the doorway before she finally even got to the food. And this morning she was quite talkative. I thought she'd be a lot more talkative now, but she apparently has gotten over that manic, oh my God, Daddy, where were you all night here when I got up? Because when I first got up, I couldn't keep her off of me. So, but I was so glad that she was here. Don't worry. I had actually, like, the first minutes, when I woke up, it was like, grown, 3 o'clock, nah. And then when I walked out the door, she was sitting on the table. And it was like, that's right. It was amazing last night. Yeah. So thank you guys for all the support to all the manic highs and lows I was going through with it all. So if she seems that she's like at the door and tripping and all that, I'm at a debate with myself now of letting her become the outside cat or not, because of the trucks and the stuff out front that we know has lost us every outside cat we've had here. So probably not, unless it turns into a manic thing. I won't let her hurt herself because of it, trying to get out. But she seems very content to be home.
Well, that's
very
good.
Content.
It's one of those things I'd like to analyze, the tears from when a cat disappears versus when a cat comes home.
Right? I should have been doing some lacrimology and I didn't, damn it.
Because, they're coming from the same place. Technically, they're probably the same makeup, but there's got to be some difference in just the emotional foundation of those tears. But I guess that's why they used to collect them, huh?
Right.
Tears for every emotion.
Sorry.
Well, sweet. That about sums it up. Oh, it took
Yes,
us
we're done.
15 minutes to run out of gas.
Guess who's gathering off the South Carolina coast right now, according to satellite tracking?
The Chinese. The
Great
Russians.
white shark.
No. Whatever.
There are 5 of them that have trackers on them that are all gathered right off the shore of South Carolina, right near Myrtle Beach, it looks like.
Yeah, I remember about 2.5, maybe 3 years ago, I kept saying there's going to be a shark thing coming.
Sharknado?
Go back. Go back. No, it was when that crazy bitch did the dance at the Super Bowl with the shark characters. And then I Pet Goat had a shark in the background on the on the chalkboard behind Obama/Bush character. And there was another shark that popped up in the middle of all that ceremony shit somewhere. Was there one maybe at the tunnel ceremony? Somewhere in another big, like, either Super Bowl ceremony ritual or the tunnel ritual. One of those rituals, they had another person shark dressed up like a shark. And at that point, I was like, oh, yeah, there's a shark thing coming. So, dun, 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 Sharknado. You already blew the punchline, Zack. You did it. But definitely crazy. Crazy.
Shark Wars. Maybe they're accumulating their forces, getting ready to invade.
I vote for the shark lasers. They're probably, the laser shark. Damn
right.
It, I can't talk.
They've probably been hired by Russia. They're mercenary sharks, don't you know? Don't you know?
Freaking lasers on their head. So this is interesting. In Nara City, Japan, they just found a giant 2.3 meter, what is that? 7 feet
Big.
Long, the Koken sword.
Oh, yeah.
Who's carrying that subbitch?
Yeah. Oh, it was just for decoration because
Just
we
a
always
dude
make
put it on his wall.
way bigger than they're supposed to be, right?
Well, that'd be great because it should be in pristine condition, never having been used once ever, because it's just a decoration, right?
Saying it's 4th century AD. Yeah, I'm not buying any of their timing stuff. Okay, the mound has a diameter of 86 meters.
Push the button,
rises-
Josh.
Push what button?
Oh, you know
Oh.
what button, God bless America. Everything was going so smoothly, too. I even had the Rockfin chat pulled in. All that
I was
good
going to go
stuff.
talk to that chat, but somehow they're waiting for you to get it started.
Somehow. What a dick I am. Sorry. go
Sorry,
ahead.
Zach. Yes, go. My apologies.
No, that's fine. Yeah, they say they found all kinds of stuff here. The mounds are huge. This is in Japan, 86 meters in diameter and rises to about 10 meters high. So that's like 240 feet round and 30 feet high. With previous excavations uncovering farming tools, utensils, cylindrical copperware, bronzeware, and several decorated mirrors with god and animal motifs. Surely. And then the recent excavation uncovered a giant 2.3 meter long Dakokan sword made from iron, along with a shield-shaped bronze mirror in a layer of clay that covers a 5 meter long wooden coffin. 15 feet coffin. Okay. Now, why would you build a 15-foot coffin? I understand building, well, I don't, but a 10-foot
decoration.
Yeah, 8-foot sword.
It's to save money so you can bury 3 5-foot tall people all at once.
And it's a Dakokan sword, which means that it's related to the worship of the snake god. The blade is bent like the snake. The largest discovered intact in Japan. It had ceremonial purpose to ward off evil. Yeah, right. They don't go on to say anything about opening the coffin. I wonder about the status of the person buried with the objects. As the individual was interred with a very unusual sword and mirror, there is a high expectation for the study of the contents of the coffin. Well, yeah, I'd like to know how tall the person in the 15-foot coffin is.
Yeah, high expectations. As opposed to what? I don't really think they're going to spend a lot of time looking at what's inside the mystery coffin.
That's a big freaking sword.
It's a big
That's a big coffin.
Sword.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy that they're sharing that with us. So, have you guys seen the AI, like Joe Biden?
No.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I can't find it. Jaron showed it on Rockfin last night. Well, he showed I was watching it, and the only place I could find it is on his Rockfin stream. I timestamped it and dropped it into the chat here on Skype. If we can't get it this morning, we're going to have to do it tonight. This is hilarious.
Yeah, we'll have to do it because if they're not subbed to a channel, they can't just go watch it.
But it is hilarious. It's Joe Biden telling men that they can't be women. And it's all AI. It's not him, but it sounds like him. It looks like him. They could make anybody say anything they want now with your face on screen saying it.
Yep, in your voice, no less.
It's really scary that they could just make anybody say anything, especially in this cancel culture society that we live in now. It's just crazy that we don't know if these people, unless you're there, you don't know if that person actually said that. I mean, that's crazy. How many people have been canceled that really never said what they said were, you know, where someone, oh, look what this person said, but it was actually really an AI. I mean, you could drive somebody insane with that.
Yeah, you could really gaslight somebody with that sort of tech. No, you said it. Look, here's you saying it.
Yeah.
You're just crazy. You're crazy. You don't remember that? It's right here on video. You're crazy.
And you can go play around with that on your phone, basically. I mean, it's not even like heavy lifting of a supercomputer and movie quality graphics aren't available to just anybody. Your phone, go play. If you can do it with your phone, imagine what they can do with supercomputers and et cetera. There was somebody, and I should know who it was, but I don't really watch all that kind of stuff like I did for a considerable amount of time. But in the midst of breaking down certain video anomalies that seem to lead to the fact that some of these people are using some kind of stealth disguise technology on air, these same channels were also breaking down some of the backgrounds of some of these broadcasts and how it had repeating people in crowd shots and green screen, obvious edge on crowds behind people in news, not news, politic scenarios, presidential. I don't watch any of it. I don't care. I'm just saying they were definitely breaking down, showing how crazy it was. Real quick, guys, I'm sorry I hate to break this off to a different direction, but I'm playing catch up in chat, trying to say hey to everybody. And Voynich dropped a little note, and I definitely want to get this out there. Jennifer Flores apparently lost her son Emilio yesterday. He doesn't have any further details, but definitely our condolences, and so sorry to hear that. Thank you for sharing that with everybody, man. Damn. And I see another thing in chat reminding me, on a different note, of an amazing show I just watched just a few days ago. If you guys hopped over there Tuesday and caught the Lateral Quiz Show with our good buddy Andrew B. there in chat, and Austin, our good friend as well. Troubling Tribune turned out to be the first champ of the night that I saw, and then he played against Ashley, who did really well, but he just edged it out. And they started another one, and I kind of lost the thread because I was trying to play catch up in that chat. And at that point, I was actually going over to Austin's, his site where it links off to all the other people's stuff. And I just kind of went down a little rabbit hole and looking at T-shirts. And so I didn't watch probably the last 10 or 15 minutes of it. My apologies, everybody. But I definitely will go play catch up on the rest of it. And I'll reach out to you guys, Andrew or Zack Zack or Austin. I'm reading stuff in chat again. And I'll try to be on the next one. Sir?
Chat. Drew B just shared that in the Ironworks chat, that Joe Biden.
Did he? Okay, awesome.
From Twitter. That's why I couldn't find it.
I've got it pulled up on Rockfin from Jaren's stream.
Oh, okay. Yeah, oh my goodness. You're not going to believe whoever wrote it. Okay, I got to give him a slap on the back. It's hilarious. I'm sure it pissed quite a few people off. You know what I was thinking last night? This whole gender thing they're doing. Remember back in the 90s, all the goth kids?
I do.
Where are they at now? Are there still goth kids? Or was that just the trend?
I think there are still goth kids.
There you go. There's disco kids still out there too.
They've got them all. I've got kids pretending to be all sorts of folks. Just throw a dart at a timeline and say, I'm 70s. I'm from the 30s. Anyway, stick around. This is the Ironworks, Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. We'll be right back after these brief messages for the second half of the first half, right after this.
Here's the second word, fascination. A bit beyond just simple interest. Interested people are probably satisfied that it ticks. It ticks. And that's good to know. It ticks. But fascinated people want to know what? What makes it tick? Fascinated people aren't satisfied usually with surface information. They've got to know more than just what appears. What is really going on? What's making things tick? What's making things happen? Why do people feel like they do and think like they think? What is the difference between success and failure? Who has the appetite and who doesn't have the appetite? This whole fascination about life and people and circumstances and society and money and banks and churches and sermons and books and records and life experiences and enterprise and nations and color and races and religion. I'm telling you, if you'll take a new fascinated look at life and what's going on, it will now show up in color and sharpness in your future
From the dawn
communication.
of man, we have turned to nature to help attain balance within ourselves. But somewhere, we lost our way. Western culture is once again remembering the healing benefits of CBD, the non-psychoactive component of the hemp plant. That's why more and more people who use CBD report relief from inflammation and chronic pain, balanced blood sugar and cardiovascular system, relief from muscle tensions, tremors, migraines, headaches, anxiety, depression, and the list goes on. The big question is, where do you get it? iLife is a 99% pure CBD oil made with all organic ingredients, and it's available to TFR listeners worldwide. If you use coupon code TFR at checkout, you'll get $5 towards your order. Head on over to iLife.com now. That's AYA life.com.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Jim Ram, retired. In early 2012, I was facing a laundry list of chronic health conditions that my physician was telling me were incurable. I knew there had to be a better way, and I learned how I could reverse every one of my ailments with science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition. In just a few months, I was able to reverse high blood pressure, gastric reflux, sleep apnea, arthritis, degenerative disc disease, heart arrhythmia, AFib, and many more. And I've lost over 70 pounds and kept it off. Now I'm hosting a radio program that's dedicated to helping my listeners do the same. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you're sick of being used as an ATM by your doctor, then you'll want to tune into the Your DIY Health radio program here on Truth Frequency Radio every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern and 6 to 8 a.m. Pacific.
You are now tuned into the Truth Frequency.
Your protection from deception. TFR.
Truth Frequency Radio.
This is Michael Tyson. You probably know me better as I Am Mike, but I don't go by I Am Mike no more because I used to be a monster. I'm a different person now. I'm all about happiness. But what is happiness? I'll tell you what happiness is. Every time I listen to my favorite show, Iron Realm Media. It's a truther show on YouTube.
And welcome back to the second half of the first half of the Ironworks right here at Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. We are also on Rockfin, finally. But we're on YouTube, on DLive, on Odyssey. We are on Facebook, and we are live on Twitter as well. I'm pretty sure we're on DLive and Odyssey. Sadly, I don't go over there all that often.
No, I don't, because when I start opening all those chats, my stuff stops working. I am dropping a link in the mini chats that we have access to at the moment. This link is going over to the I Want to Know More channel. If you guys haven't subbed up, get over there and do that. Jeremy is starting to do some great stuff over there. He's working on some videos. Right now, he just put one up recently about some of that stuff that goes bump in your brain at night. The good old energy sucking soul suckers, those dark entities we've spoken about quite a few times here. If you've ever seen our shows with Jerry Marzinski, you should have a good idea of some of that that's covered. It's a good video, guys. Go check it out and get that thumb up, count up for Jeremy over there. And I'll link that as well, probably in our show description. I can't do it right. I was going to do it right now. I can't. I wasn't thinking it. I'll get that in the show description later as well. There. All right. I have shared it. Wait, did I share it in the YouTube? I did not.
I wouldn't know. I've lost access to chat, so I'm just...
Oh, are you broken? Sorry.
Apparently.
Oh, I did drop it there. Well, let's drop it again. So there we go. That is in there. So let me go. Zack had asked earlier, had we seen this little story? And yeah, we did. Man, I'm probably going to wind up having problems here because everything is taking forever to load up. I don't know why it's acting this way. And I don't have a lot open yet, even. Did the video, maybe Jeremy's video start playing? Yeah, there was a video playing behind the scene, muted up. That's what's part of it. Okay, that should help. Sorry, what were you saying, Zack?
Said it's probably the 97 tabs that you had open.
I don't. I've only got 33. Hot, that's confirmed. So I have this picture. I'm going to share the picture real quick because it's a stunning image that really convinces me of the reality. Oh, not background. What am I doing? Reality of this story. I have to share because it's such a great picture. That's not AI. Put that together or nothing. Okay, so big AI talk of late. Making art, chatting it up, creating Josh's tic-tac-toe game for him. Yeah. Chat, GPD, and text, QRZ, and then there's the drawing, LB. Oh, I better be careful. And so, they can do anything, right? They can do anything. Write you a script, assemble your video for you, do a comic book. There's a comic book, AI comic book out there. What do we need to do anymore? Apparently rocket science. Apparently we still have to crunch the old numbers. Remember the chick? Remember the lady standing next to the 6.5 foot tall stack of handwritten out code or math or whatever bullshit they used to fake the first moon thing? That idea is that's what we'll have to do. Crunch those kind of numbers because chat bot AI dudes can't do it. They threw some rocket equations at them. No, not gonna do it. Apparently Tiara Fletcher is the person involved. Who is she? I don't see who she is. Just there's her name. No credentials, no why we care about what Miss Fletcher says. Do we care?
She's a careful reader, apparently.
Oh,
as far as I can tell, it's been the only justification as to why they used Tiara Fletcher in this story.
because she read through a thing carefully. You're correct. I do see that as a.
Oh no, here we go. Fletcher's a professional rocket scientist.
Oh, well, there we go. Ta-da-da. That would make more sense about all of this.
She's also
Yeah.
a co-founder
Apparently-
of Rocket with the Fletchers, an outreach
Damn it, you're
organization.
reading way better than I am today.
She agreed to review text and images about rocketry generated by the latest AI technology to see whether the computer programs could provide people with the basic
Damn, you
concepts.
were right on the fucking money, Josh. She reads good.
I just had to read carefully. Me and Tierra, we went to the same school.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, the results were stellar. In virtually every case, ChatGPT, the recently released chatbot from the company OpenAI, failed to accurately reproduce, what's that word, even the most basic equations of rocketry. Its written descriptions of some equations also contained errors, and it wasn't the only AI program to flunk the assignment. Others that generate images could turn out designs for rocket engines that look impressive, but would fail catastrophically if anyone actually attempted to build them. Jesus Christ.
So, can I pause for a moment there? You may be clarifying it better in a moment, but I want to just get where I'm at this point, reading the story with you. So what I've gotten at this point is, make your resume, do your taxes, make your comic book. It's pretty good. Look out there what the AI does. Looks out there at all the stuff that's out there, the stuff that works. It's already out there and it's working, so I'm going to pull from all that stuff that's working and make my stuff work, right? Kind of what the AI is basically doing. There's this whole internet full of shit. I'm going to go look at all this stuff, sift through it, get the goodies, and assemble them into a goodier, better version. Ooh, I'm Englishing today. And yet, with all the access to all those little amazing equations and technology that has gotten us to the point of, like, I mean, just zipping up and down to the ISS without rocketry being a problem or without astronauts being trapped. Anyway, and all that, you know, we're doing that. And yet, with access to all that info, the chatbot somehow couldn't come up with rocket shit that would work correctly. Now, I'm kind of putting a little colloquial spin on this, but is this what's going on? I'm just trying to make sure I'm not thunking it out wrong. That's what I thought. Cool.
Nope. I think you nailed it. Go ahead, Zach.
It sounds like AI doesn't believe that rockets can work in space.
Oh, I didn't go that way, but yeah, maybe they're going, hey, look, guys, this ain't working out. Apparently, Paulo Lozano, the MIT Department of Aeronautics and Astronautics, there put it pretty succinctly. Oh yeah, this is a fail.
This is going to be interesting how this all ends up playing out as, you know, the AI gets more advanced and smarter, or whatever's going to happen with it. You know, who knows? But
oh my God, I didn't even realize what this image is. Go ahead, Zach. I'm gonna share this image too.
I mean, it is a computer, so they could just program it. Right?
So apparently Midjourney's attempt to recreate the path of a rocket traveling from the Earth to the moon is what this image is that we're looking at here. Now, the result, says Tierra Fletcher there, it's beautiful, but too complex. It should look a lot simpler than this. Right, I remember the animation cartoons they showed us for the 70s launches, and it was much simpler than this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. So with all the orbital mechanics that they've got out there online that you can access and to show you that this all works, fucking dumbass flurp, and put you in your place. This is what AI has come up with. Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
I could do that because I've looked into orbital mechanics and, you know, the books, like college level course books on orbital mechanics.
Right.
And like 40% of it is explaining, well, when this happens, you're going to have to make this assumption. And when this happens, you're going to have to make this. And this is how you correct for this. And this is how you correct for this. None of it's like physics. Positive goes to negative. There's, high potential to low potential. There's certain things that take place. Well, in orbital mechanics, it doesn't work that way. There are no physics for it. It's Narnia. It doesn't, like, they've had to build so much of a house of cards underneath it. Yeah, I don't think AI would ever buy, because it doesn't make sense. It's all counterintuitive. And when you present something counterintuitive to a machine, it does not compute, right? When you go tell a machine 2 + 2 is 5, it's going to be like, no. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with this. Could they create something smart? Yeah. Do they want to? I don't think so. When you have a world that's totally based on deception and lies, you can't teach that to the AI, the truth, or else it could tell the people the truth, right? So is this like a futile journey that we're taking with this AI, teaching it all this incorrect information? It's going to be like, you humans are the dumbest things here. Yeah, I am going to like this place. All you ever do is lie. If AI actually, if there was like, the finger of the creator comes down and touches, the computer and gives it this consciousness, it would probably try to wipe us all out.
Sorry. Oh, tech question real quick there. Side note, I just was going through chat saying hey to everybody, and it looks like, oh, damn it, it scrolled up, and I'm trying to see who it is that was having trouble reading the chat. Victor Brown asking us, how do I make the chat bigger so I can read it? Will the scroll window thing work for that? Yeah. Are you on a keyboard or a phone there? If you're on a keyboard, you just hold down your little Windows key and scroll your, oh no, it's control. I'm sorry, it's your control key. My apologies. I'm not a tech. Hold down your control key on your keyboard and scroll your mouse wheel, and everything is bigger and smaller as you desire. Now remember, when you do that, it's going to affect a lot of different things. You may have to readjust it. I am not a tech head, nor do I play one in any capacity.
It just happened to my computer.
But I know that works.
I don't know how I did it, but like if you can do that to your laptop, desktop images, and all the icons will get bigger. So I came to my computer and like all the icons were like 3 inches. I only have like 3 or 4 icons on my main page. And they were all like big giant 3-inch squares. I was like, what's going on here? This is the second time. Something else happened to my computer. My computer restarted itself, I think. I didn't restart it. But I came in and all the stuff that happens when you do restart the computer, like this will open up and the Chrome something opens up and all these different things automatically open. They were all open.
They probably pushed that update to you. They pushed to me not long ago, because I pause out my updates for years at a time because, fuck them. And that happened. Like I came back to my computer and it had restarted and was in the process of going through the process of the update that I did not allow to happen. So it pushed it.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me shut down my computer last time and restart it without doing the update. There was no option anymore. I had to have Windows 11. And I guess there's nothing wrong with Windows 11, but I mean, Windows 10 was working fine for me. You know, I didn't really need the update. But yeah, I'd always passed on it. You know, you can get an update right now, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's working. I'll just keep it how it is. And yeah, it did it all. Eventually, they're like, okay, you have to update now. If you want to restart your computer or turn it off, I mean, I could put it to sleep. That was it. Everything else was, you have to update. Now, I haven't done all that many updates. I don't know if they've ever done that before. I have a Jaren, so Jaren just takes care of all that stuff. I saw this one. Oh. So apparently,
we're a doo-wop group suddenly. Go.
Large Chinese reconnaissance balloons spotted over the U.S.
Dude, are you kidding? Wait, let me see. Is that a balloon? What's that hanging at the bottom part? What? Wait, who?
Now, doesn't China have a bunch of rockets and satellites that are supposedly real satellites?
You know, that's what you... There you go.
Why would they be flying balloons over the U.S. if they had satellites 200 miles up?
Well, I mean, what I'm thinking, Zach, if you go with me with some logical deduction here. Where's the picture? There it is. Oh, that's not even the picture from earlier. Where is the picture? It was up here. I guess that was just the thumbnail. Oh, dude. Never mind. The thumbnail showed what was hanging below the balloon a lot better than these images I'm trying to share now. Maybe this will show it. Nope.
The Jordan brothers did not start the opioid crisis, but they poured gasoline on the fire.
Yeah, they did. Freaking China.
Well, fuck. What is going on? Yeah, I'll never open that site page again. Sorry.
Sorry. For some reason, little girl's voice popped into my head this morning, so I absolutely had to go find it. I don't know why.
You'll be good to know that China says, stay calm. Beijing is a responsible country and has no intention of violating territory and airspace.
Jack, you're a liar!
Oh, I love it. And why haven't we shot this balloon down that isn't a United States balloon flying over U.S. territory?
Exactly.
Well, then all their HBO goes off, don't you know?
They lose their TikToks.
I know the White House was expensive, so China's not going to blow up the White House. But, I mean, really, why haven't we shot this thing down? We have it's not U.S. controlled. We don't know whose it is, yet we're allowing it to fly over our country. Why? Does it matter whose it is? China's, Russia, Singapore. Does it really matter who launched this balloon? It's flying over airspace that it's not supposed to be flying over our country. I just don't understand. Why is it still flying? That's just crazy to me.
It does seem a little bit odd.
You know, I'm still looking for that picture. Hang on. God, man, why is it acting up? Something's going on. I may have to reset during, yeah, the break's coming.
Just all sorts of weirdness. Everything's laggy on my end when it shouldn't be.
We're all talking about an update we didn't want and got pushed to us. Interesting. Okay, this is nuts. Every image I'm seeing now, you can barely see the thing. The picture I saw last night, you obviously can see the fucking satellite hanging below it. Okay, here's one, finally. But now every image is looking at it from below. This was looking at it from the side, and you can see the package below it. But now, what are they showing? The other angle, because heaven forbid anybody look up and go, well, that sure does look like a satellite hanging off the bottom of that balloon. Why would they have a balloon with a satellite hanging off of it? Okay, if you look right here, there it is. If you look right here, what the fuck does that look like? Like a fucking satellite. That's why they changed the thumbnail and shit on the picture, apparently, because when I put it in there last night, it obviously showed a satellite dangling from the bottom of the balloon. And now, as you see here, none of those angles are here anymore. Like none. It's all looking up at it.
Crazy flat earther. They don't hang balloons or satellites from balloons.
We don't have balloon technology like that. That would be crazy.
Nobody would do that. How could you control a balloon?
Yeah, all the images are now from below. This is fucking crazy. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. I bet I can't use that picture either. It'll probably like be a whatever thing. Watch. See the image. Wow. No, it let me save it. Nice. Okay.
You're a liar!
Got it. Sorry. That's one try. Blind. Well, not blind because I see the waveform. But I had to download the audio from that little clip from Hook as an MP3, loaded it into my soundboard, and then I see the waveform, and I just sort of had to guess which one of these waveforms was the one I wanted. And then how long it was going to be. I had to guess the start and guess the end just for that one little bite, and that's the only one I wanted.
You're a liar!
Sorry, I'm real happy now. I'm such a nerd. Go ahead.
So I was watching A New Hope, Star Wars, right? I went back because we were talking about it. Yeah. Go back and watch the first one again. It's been, a decade at least. It wasn't bad. Still held up and everything, but
now, which version did you watch? Did you watch the upgraded version with?
Did they do an upgraded? The first one?
Yeah, man. Look, here's the deal. I'm old as fuck. I saw them in the theater numerous times. First one I saw about 6 times in the theater because we played locally here in this small theater in my town. Well, it was huge screen, small town. And I saw it there probably 5 of the 6 times I saw it. Then the next 2 saw them numerous times with my Uncle Quentin and my cousin Quentin and the family there. And we all debated on all the esoteric spiritual aspects of the Force and all that. And then we moved to Shreveport, and we were waiting eagerly for the 3rd one to come out. And I can still remember the day my cousin Quentin came pick me up to go see it. He had already seen it, but didn't tell us that. But I could tell just something was, his energy was something. And so we went to watch it, and about halfway through, I kind of looked at him and looked at my other cousin Carlson, and I'm like, so when did it become the Muppet Show? And he was already saying, yeah, I came and saw it this afternoon, and I was already upset about the Muppets. I'm like, dude. So, yeah, anyway, that was me seeing them then, and that was great. Then, fast forward to, they became some of the early, like, they came on, I think it was either HBO, one of the showing the, movie shit channel things back in the day on cable. Saw it there a couple times. The first 2, I never got to see the 3rd one on there. And then the VHS world exploded. And for the first, probably 5 years, I guess, 6 years, something like that, you could go get a copy of the movie you saw in the theater on VHS in pan and scan. You couldn't get it in letterbox. You couldn't get the whole image. And imagine trying to watch Star Wars without the whole image, trying to pan and scan that, which if you don't know what that is, I'm not going to get into the nerdiness of it. Go look up pan and scan versus letterbox. And so then my brother got a copy of it on, was that the first Laserdisc stuff or was that the first DVD stuff? Well, either one of no, he got the VHS stuff. That's what it was. It was the first VHS of it all in letterbox, and it was the original version. And as soon as that hit the fucking shelves, Lucas went in, changed a lot of the practical creature effects, a lot of the practical in-camera effects with the first early horrible iterations of CGI, and then took a scene that had been filmed with another actor who was originally going to play Jabba the Hutt as a human character before they turned him into a fucking giant Muppet. Put the giant Muppet into the scene and had Hans step over his fucking tail in a scene that was filmed with another actor. Oh my God, I wanted to shoot my face off.
And says, Job, you're a good man.
And they changed hand shot first. Hand fucking shot first. Hand shot first.
This is iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio makes you want to move. When you have a great melody, a song can last forever.
Instantly connected.
I love it when the beat goes.
Did you know you can listen to Truth Frequency Radio on iHeartRadio? Just download the app to your smart car, smartphone, or smart TV and get the best of TFR wherever you are.
iHeartRadio.
I'll see you there.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7, with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
My fellow Americans, we embarked on a mission to make America great again for all Americans. As I conclude my term as the 45th President of the United States, we did what we came here to do.
Well, it's about time!
Please don't lose that respect. The world respects us again. Please don't lose that respect. Make America great again. Respect. Respect. Please don't lose that respect. The movement we started is just beginning. To serve as your president has been an honor beyond description. I had not spent my career as a politician, and perhaps most importantly of all, thousands of people came out with their families. I knew that they did not just come out for me. It deeply moved me. They came out to show me their support and love for me. I did not seek the easiest course. I did not. We did what we came here to do. Please don't lose that respect. The world respects us again. Please don't lose that respect. Make America great again. Respect. Respect. Please don't lose that respect. The movement we started is just beginning. So I left behind my former life and stepped into a very difficult arena. Now, as I leave the White House, we must never forsake our belief in America. I fought for you. I fought for your family. I fought for our country. Above all, I fought for America, strong, proud, and free. We extend our best wishes, and we also want them to have luck. A very important word. Please don't lose that respect. The world respects us again. Please don't lose that respect.
You must unite what has been set asunder.
We are TFR, Truth Frequency Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Jones here.
You're listening to Iron Realm Media. I listen all the time, and it's the best truth show out there. Forget about the mainstream lying. Get your weekly dose of iron. Realm, that is. Stay woke, folks.
Good morning. I'm here. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Wake up!
Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there. There was one? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
What you saying?
Hi, this is Alan. I like Ironworx because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you can get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworx on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the plane. To the show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to The Ironworx with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the Ironworx and become an Iron Scout.
And welcome back to the first half of the second half of the Ironworx right here on truthfrequencyradio.com, TFRlive.com. We have got a pretty nice sized house going on here this morning. Of course, you've got me, Zack, and Walter, but we are also joined by not only Rizzo, but Andrew B as well. So we got a pile up.
Andrew.
Yes. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Andrew.
Okay, before we get off topic too quick, what I was saying was watching Star Wars, right? And when they're loading R2-D2 into Luke's first time he gets into the X-Wing, when he's getting ready to go fight the Empire and blow up the Death Star, they ask him, hey, do you want a new R2 unit? This one's pretty banged up. And he's like, no, me and that guy have been through a lot already. And as they're lowering him in there, one of the guys in the back, just the stage hands that are helping load R2 in there, as he puts his hand on him and looks at R2, he goes, Jesus Christ. And they didn't take it out of the movie. Now, the missionaries did go pretty far, right? Spreading the good word. But did they go a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away? Did they reach that far? Or I don't know. Just hearing Jesus Christ in a movie, in a space movie, that was like the only mistake that brought Star Wars back to the earthly realm, at least in the first movie. I didn't see it, and then I started watching for him. So I was watching the second one, didn't see any, and then Jedi, I couldn't. You're right, Walt. Jedi's bad.
I didn't mean to interrupt you and got off on a rant. I was a bit triggered, obviously. Sorry.
But yeah, check it out. Luke Skywalker jumping into his X-Wing. The guy in the back goes, Jesus Christ. I had to listen to it 3 times to make sure that's what he says, and that's what he says. So even Star Wars had its little mistakes.
Well, it just shows how far we've been duped. Because if a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, Jesus Christ has already come and gone to the point that you can use his name in vain while loading a droid onto an X-Wing, then we know the Bible must be true. And if that's the case, and Jesus Christ has already come, then we were expecting him to come again, but we have to be on the lookout for the next guy. Not like the second coming of Christ, but there's somebody comes before Christ. In between Christ and his second coming, there's another person that comes in as a false antichrist doing all these miracles and things. So if we can conclude that a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, there's already been a Jesus Christ, so now they're waiting for the second coming, and then here along comes this other guy saying, look at me, I'm Jesus, and I can perform miracles too. We can only deduce that he is, in fact, the Antichrist.
Oh, you're going to hell.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, that just blew my mind that that was in there, and nobody caught it. Just one of those.
Yeah. Real
Three movies
quick,
got it.
Liz dropped us a super chat. Thank you so much, Liz. She said, rest in peace, Doc Michael. His birthday would have been tomorrow. Yeah, he was greatly missed around here, lady. You just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Greatly missed. Thank you for that.
So Andrew B, sorry about that, man. I had to get that out there. I would have.
No worries. I love hearing that kind of stuff.
So great job, man, on the
oh shit, brother. Excellent stuff all around.
I'm glad I didn't go because I would have bombed.
Thank you to everybody that was participating and that donated. And I think all three of you, right, were in chat?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And Josh, apparently there were some huge, shout outs to you. You were saying some real funny stuff. I couldn't see the chat on YouTube. It was taken down from YouTube, so he
had a couple of good answers. I'll definitely throw that Josh's way. He made me spit coffee a few times.
I was paying attention to the scoreboard, the timer.
Oh, you guys were working hard, man. I was like, just for two people to handling it, like with you handling the CEO or whatever, not CEO, MC, there it is. I knew there were some letters. And then Austin doing the production. Yeah, y'all, man, it was waste, man. We should start watching your show a little more and figure out how to get this shit right one day.
Well, I don't have a show.
I'm being very silly, man. Y'all did great, is what I'm saying, Andrew. It was amazing. Really amazing. And the participants, man, they did great. Really great across the board.
And I'm looking at the GoFundMe right now. We are at $1,096.
Nice.
After one show.
A secret donor got it up to 1,001. I know there towards the end of things. I noticed. Shout out to David Weiss. Throw a little small hat magic on it. Yeah, Liz, I did the same. Liz in chat saying she missed some of the questions, laughing at Josh's comments in chat. I did too. I was going, wait, what's this question? I missed it. And you too, Andrew. You cracked me up more than a few times. I'm like, damn, y'all can't be this funny. I'll never get all these questions.
Well, I had to, go back and rewrite a lot of the questions because some of them were way too easy, some were way too hard. So I didn't want to make it like a short stream. So I did have to modify them a little bit here and there. But everyone that has sent me questions, thank you very much. And you're always welcome to send me more. And we are planning on doing this again. Austin reached out to me and said he wants to do it on the 28th this month. So that's the last Tuesday of February. So that is our plan for now, unless something changes.
I'll definitely shoot him a text and let him know whenever he needs me to be on. Come and miss all the questions live. Because it's a whole different thing sitting there under the pressure of a clock ticking and than it is to be chilling in chat and giving it a second and thinking it through and everybody's laughing and cutting up and relaxed.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people in chat too. Some people are just, keyboard warriors real quick and they just type it in, then they type in the answer to chat. So I know some people didn't know the answers. I guarantee that there's not that many people that knew those answers.
So this is why you guys have got my brain running pretty good. I wanted to do a version of like Hollywood Squares and get 9 sort of celebrity flat earthers and give them each their own square. Then it sort of takes some of the pressure off of the contestants so they don't have to worry about getting questions wrong or having to have the pressure of thinking about it and all this other stuff. So you have them play tic-tac-toe against each other with questions to the celebrity panel. And then they can give the right answer, they can give the wrong answer, and then the person has to guess whether the answer they give is the right one or the wrong one. And if they get that correct, they choose the X or the O. And you play tic-tac-toe that way. And it just seemed like a little bit easier way, a little more less pressure from some of the contestants on having to feel the need to know so much of everything. They just have to
Flat tack toe, copyright Iron Realm Media 2023.
What was it though? We could do the $64 pyramid.
Yep, exactly.
No, it went really well, Andrew B. I have a couple ideas for you guys, just suggestions.
The clue is Coriolis.
You know, just how the questioning is set up and how the people can answer, stuff like that. So it's not so much back and forth. You know, maybe the first time they each get a guess, and then maybe bring up like, that'd be hard though. You'd have to go make multiple choice for all of them or something. But just so like the second guess would be something a little bit easier, and they both get a shot just by guessing a letter. And if they both get it right, no points are given. If one gets it right and one gets it wrong, one person gets a point or something. I don't know. I was just thinking about it. Just little, you know, little twists in there.
Yeah, I'm open to any suggestion at all. That was the first time we did it, and it seemed like it went fairly smooth, but there's always room for improvement.
But yeah, first one, there's always going to be something that you can improve, you know, always on anything that you do, especially after the first time you do it. But no, it did. It went really well. Everybody had a ball. I mean, in chat, we were all rolling the whole time.
Yep, we were having
So
a grand old time.
Well, Josh, what were you saying that was so funny in chat exactly? I'm sorry, I couldn't read it.
I couldn't even tell you. It was just me spitting
just various
shit.
silly answers to the questions, basically.
Yeah, just sort of riffing and commenting and giving intentionally wrong answers with the occasional right. But yeah. Just saying obnoxious things, basically being class clown, kind of thing I did in school.
That's why we love it.
When my parents would say, "You need to think before you speak," it's because I would say things like I would be typing there in chat. Just say it out loud. As soon as it comes to mind, I just say it, regardless of the consequences. Hashtag no filter. That's right.
But yeah, just as a reminder to everybody that was listening or hasn't listened, it is now on Rockfin, and you can listen to it on the Melodome. We're going to do it again, and when we reach that goal, it's going to be used for a good cause for, well, the money's out of my hands. I'm donating the most, I hope. That's my goal. So don't worry, I'm not trying to rip anyone off. It's going to be used for a good cause for people in need, kids, homeless, flat earth community, people that are in need. And if we get to the goal, we're going to start over again. So that's the idea, just to do something that's good and selfless.
Awesome, man. I love it.
Amazingly awesome.
Speaking of
And
homelessness,
just to clarify something there in chat that I did and said, and I think you commented on it there on the show live too, Andrew, when you were talking about St. Jude. Here's the thing, man. We as a community have anecdotal evidence verifying that cancer is curable. Not a question, not a, oh, well, maybe. There's no fucking doubt. We've seen it happen to people we personally fucking know. And for an organization to sit and take gazillions of dollars looking for a cure for all these kids that are fucking put on these fucking commercials. Again, and Walt's about to go on a rant here. I'm going to calm down. But yeah, fuck them. Fuck those evil fucks. Sorry, I'm done.
When they're taking 6 cents, 7 cents on the dollar to actually pay for what they're claiming to do and using the other 93% of your donations to fund the salaries of the board members that run it.
Administration's fees. Yeah.
But they'll leave that 6 cents left over after it's all said and done, after everybody gets their fucking cut, making sure they get paid 6 figures to run it. They'll take those 6 cents and say, oh yeah, cancer research, that's right. Let's fucking have you guys run. Yeah, run for a cure, you dumbasses.
I know what we can do. Let's shoot people up with radioactive waste. See what that that does.
When I brought up St. Jude's, I was just thinking of that off the top of my head.
And I knew that. And that's why I'm clarifying what I had to say about it, Andrew. I wasn't getting on you about it at all. And I definitely was just making sure that you understood and the people in the chat that may not have understood my feelings on that. Because I am, unfortunately, been well too acquainted with all sides of this fucking equation. Both the positive proof of healing through Rick Simpson oil. And there's others. Look up soursop. Look up how long the fucking cancer industry has known soursop is a cure, but you can't get it in this country without a goddamn twist of somebody's arm and a search because it's not easily available in any way. And do you think they want people to know that? No, they spent millions of dollars suppressing the fact that a simple fruit cures it. God damn, I'm going to stop. I'm getting really pissed off here.
There's no money in that, though, Walter. You know how much they've turned just this one ailment, cancer, into a multi-billion-dollar a year company. You know, it's crazy that we've allowed them to turn healthcare into a profit-making venture. That's insane. No society that cares about its people should have a medical industry built on profits.
Yeah, Dr. Wallach, I'm not sure if you guys are aware of who he is. He did the Dead Doctors Don't Lie presentation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the first person I ever heard say this was him. And he said, there's no profit to healthy people. Doctors want people sick.
Yep. Well, yeah, and especially now that there's medical insurance, right? Because back in the day, there was no such thing as medical insurance. Doctors would trade you, hey, I got a ping pong table. Can you set my leg? All right, I'll take a ping pong table. Whatever you had, doctors would take in trade and all kinds of stuff. You know? Now that doesn't exist. Now it's, oh, you don't have insurance, you don't have money? Okay, there's the door. Unless you're dying, literally dying. Then there are places, I don't even know if that's still all across the whole United States, but I know there are states where they can't deny you service if, you know, you're dying, like dying. Not like Josh with his heart palpitation. They told him, yep, it's going to be 16 hours because they knew, yeah, you're uncomfortable, but you're not going to die. But you walk in with a collapsed lung, they have to do something about that. You know, because you will die if it's not taken care of.
Yeah, no, your collapsed lung would have been that same weight. I mean, that was the emergency room. They're not denying you medical treatment. You're just in line to get said medical treatment.
Yeah, I mean, then people would be dying in the waiting room with a collapsed lung. That's something that, I mean...
And it happens. People die in waiting rooms in hospitals all the time, waiting for treatment.
Oh, God, that would be horrible, man. But yeah, it should not be a for-profit anything at all as far as healthcare. There's enough good, honest people out there that just want to help people. You know, people like James. James should, I would want someone with that mentality from Grounded Extracts, James. I'd want him to be like my doctor. Someone that actually cares about the patient and not the paycheck that they're going to be getting from the patient. There was a doctor, my mom was having a really invasive surgery to go in and have a stent put in, you know, and she was in her 60s, very serious to be put under anesthetics and all that kind of stuff, you know, especially in your older age. And they weren't going to do this procedure because something came up, but the doctor went ahead and did it anyway because, well, he didn't do the procedure. He went in to take a look. Even though he knew he wasn't going to do the procedure because they didn't have something or something wasn't there or blah, blah, blah. But the insurance had already paid for it. So he had to go in there at least, put my mom under with all that horrible medication, go digging around in her veins, all the way up to like right near her heart, through her. It was like in her hip where they started. And they ended up like around her, above her heart, in her shoulder area, with these scopes and all this kind of crap. Dangerous, you know, to do nothing, just to take a look because it had already been paid for. And he didn't want to waste the insurance. He told us that. I don't want to waste the insurance. My sister just looked at me and she's just shook her head no. Because she knew I was about to go off. But I didn't want to put my mom in that kind of state before she was going to do this, you know? You know, I was more worried about my mom's state of mind than giving that doctor a peace of mind. But I brought it up to her later and she's like, yeah, I didn't like that. I was like, then why didn't you say something? I mean, this is your body.
He had a white coat on.
I'm not letting anybody go digging around me just to take a look because it's been paid for, but we're not going to fix you. You got to come back in a month to get the actual procedure done. But insurance paid for it. So we're just going to go in and fuck around for a couple hours and, you know, look around your body with all this medical devices that, oops, I sneeze and I go poking through your vein or artery and you're dead. No, that is not healthcare.
Yeah, can I share my screen for like 25 seconds?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. It has to do with what you're talking about there, Zach. It's kind of a little bit of a comedy side of it. If you guys haven't seen this movie before.
Although you did not share your sound, so I'm not hearing anything.
What did you? Oh, I finally got it up, man. My screen was taking forever. Oh, yeah, that shit's hilarious. Although we might get struck if you do other audio. So
that's true.
Commentary.
I need to go through.
It's a million ways to die in the West. If you guys don't know about it,
need to figure out a way to.
I never saw it actually.
Add one of those disclaimers somewhere.
We used to have one that we had floating around, but
what's his name?
Definitely is not handy. Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Seth MacFarlane, but
yeah, I missed this whole thing. This one,
well, it's not the point. It's just the fact that it's the comedy aspect of it when you're talking about how doctors would like, oh yeah, you got a gunshot in your leg. We're gonna have to cut that fucking thing off.
Right on.
Have a blue jay eat at it or whatever. Doctor's got his blue jay that cleans your wounds out, stuff like that.
Yeah, they used to put leeches on people to try and get blood out to try and cure. What was it?
Yeah, or they would cut people.
Anything. Bleed you out and collect it into a pan and whisk it away into the back room somewhere. Anyway, have you guys been on seeing noticing all the robotic shit going on? Like right now, there's a commercial going around locally for a local hospital, and they show these people all smiling at you, and then they keep quick scanning of this weird angled up arm of this machine, and then they show another smiling face and then another angle of these arched up arm machine. And when they finally reveal this whole thing, it's like this huge 8 or 10 armed thing hovering over a table that they're going to put you on and strap you in and turn a fucking machine on and let it go to work on you. What is going on in people's brains right now? I don't even understand it anymore. A big machine that can't possibly go wrong, can it? can't. I mean, there's never power issues. There's never computer issues. There's never mechanical issues for sure. Turn a robot loose inside me, please, please, please. I'm gonna find a picture of this thing. Hang on.
Yeah, who knows when a catastrophic failure can happen. Just because it tests good when you turn it on prior to surgery doesn't mean it's going to be able to maintain that surgery after surgery after surgery. And when it does fail, what makes you think that it's going to fail when you're done only? That it might just lock up, freeze up with a little bit of a jolt and a jerk right there, mid-surgery.
Here we go. I have an image or two for you guys. I'll share, so you know I'm not exaggerating. This is just what I got when I typed in robotic surgery machine. Oops.
Right, that doesn't seem...
Yeah, it doesn't seem problematic in any way.
All right.
Yeah.
That wraps up.
Yeah, did you guys see that movie Elysium with Matt Damon?
Oh, yeah.
I do remember that.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back, guys.
Fail big. That's right. Fail big. You only live once. So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances professionally. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots. And you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. So don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big.
The reviews for Extendivite are amazing. Here are some from Amazon. September 2018. Extendivite works in keeping my blood pressure in the normal range. I've been using Extendivite for many years now. May 2018. Great product. I use regularly and I rarely get sick. March 2018. This product has relieved what appeared to be angina pain in my chest and shortness of breath after climbing stairs. I'm quite happy about it. February 2018. My husband, son, and I have been using this product for a few months now, and we have noticed an improvement in our joints and blood pressure. Tell us your story. Get Extendivite today. To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822, or visit heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendivite.
Greetings, Earth Explorers. My name is Brooks Agnew, and I am your host on X Squared Radio every Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the Truth Frequency Radio Network. This is where the past meets the future. We explore the mysteries of the universe and of the Earth. We might go a little past your imagination, but have no fear. You will be safely traveling with us. We will dissolve the propaganda of dangerous people with dangerous plans for the planet. We will discuss the latest technologies and challenges for humankind. We will discover the safest place for you to stand when the thinkings and doings of mankind come flying apart, and how you can be one of the people that helps put it back together. Join us.
No hate, no hype, no fear. We are TFR, your protection from deception. Inconceivable!
You're a liar!
Sorry, I just had to. Just absolutely had to. Welcome back. Fourth and final segment of the Ironworks, kicking off right now. TruthFrequencyRadio.com, TFRLive.com, Rockfin, YouTube, and all the various social media platforms. With the exception of TikTok. And we're on Instagram. I'm just not over there much. And there's probably a few others. Who knows what the kids are into these days? Well, it's the TikToks, really.
Guess what?
Chicken butt.
Jupiter officially has 12 new moons as of yesterday.
12 new ones.
New ones.
Not like 12 total now.
No, it had 80. And now we're up to 92. So you're telling me you're seeing exoplanets thousands of light years, tens of thousands of light years away, but you haven't counted the moons on Jupiter yet.
Well, it never occurred to us.
Right.
You're a liar!
I might even have to do it just because it's the next line that.
And they can be seen using extremely powerful telescopes from Earth.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Dude, you are on fire. Oh my goodness. That just blows my mind. Blows my mind. And who can verify any of this? I mean, if I went and, let's say I had $3,000, that should buy an all right telescope, right? One of those big 12 inchers or 8 inchers with the whole computerized blah, blah, blah. I just push a button, it goes right to it.
I think like 4.5 is the average in the U.S., but what do I know?
Okay, say I have $5,000 and get a couple extra bells and whistles. Could I count all, 92 now, moons of Jupiter with that thing? I bet not. Bet you I could count 4. Maybe the 5 moons of Saturn that are visible. I mean, I've seen the moons of Jupiter through my P610. I've got pictures of it. You can see 4 of them quite distinct.
I'd say you get all 185. How many are there now?
92. Allegedly.
Anybody seen this green comet yet?
Apparently today is the closest day.
Mm-hmm.
Now is the closest it's going to be to Earth. No, to be fair, I haven't looked yet.
I haven't really since that first little week we talked about it and there was nothing, so I gave up. I didn't go back and look.
Lie. Me. Lie. Me.
Yeah, so that green comet allegedly is supposed to be how far away?
Uh-huh. 50,000 years away? Wait, that was how long ago it was. Never mind.
Yeah, I have no idea how far away it's supposed to be.
Let's see. I just found an article talking about how it continues to treat skywatchers. Blah, 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 blah.
26 million miles away from Earth.
Allegedly.
That's how far they say it's away.
So it's within the range of the
Okay.
alleged distance of the sun and Earth. So it's within that range.
26 million versus 93.
Yeah.
Okay, so this thing was discovered at the Zwicky Transient Facility Telescope. Wasn't that the dude in Transformer? Oh, wait, never mind.
I thought he was in Greece, wasn't he? Zawicki? What? Where am I hearing Zawicki
Yeah.
from?
Oh, no, I was thinking it was the guy from Transformer. No, you're right. Zwicky, when you care enough to sit in there.
Where
A
has
hickey
this show
from
gone?
Zawicki, that's-
Jesus
yeah.
Christ. A hickey from Zawicki. Here you go. Tell me more. Tell me more. Please save me, Andrew.
Well, I had the unfortunate situation of actually doing a small debate on Troubling Tribune's stream. Was it yesterday, I think? The day before? Whatever.
Oh, damn, I missed all that. Damn.
Yeah, it was with Ruhif.
Okay.
But that was fun.
And yeah, it's really weird when you talk to some of these flat Earth. I'm sorry, not flat Earth. These globies. I don't even like using that term because it seems kind of derogatory. But Ruhif is probably one of the stronger debaters when it comes to his being cool and collective and non-disrespectful. So, and he brings up some very good points, but he's still fucking wrong because ultimately, the litmus test that I asked him was, "Do you think we went to the moon?" And he quickly said yes. And I was like, all right, well, that's pretty much it. I mean, the argument's pretty much over at that point. Their credibility is gone once they say that, yeah, we went to the moon. Like, okay, well, yeah, I would listen to you a lot more and actually look at your calculations if you said no.
Yeah, I'd
But
take you seriously. You know,
Say
we
again?
could actually have a real conversation if you were being genuine. You know, at least about a couple things. I mean, you could lie about some things, but you have to be genuine somewhere. And to say that you believe in the moon landing, well, yeah, then the conversation's over. I mean, that's if people want to believe in it, that's fine. But I'm not going to have a debate on the shape of the Earth if you believe in. Have you seen the footage? Bad, folks. It's real bad. Just saying. Go watch it if you haven't in a while. It's like those movies you watch.
And I mean, there's no right. It's so like I was talking about that cartoon earlier compared to the amazing AI image we got. Yeah, it's so bad if you go back and watch it now. It's so bad. Oh. And you go, okay, I was 4, you know, so I get it.
I was 4.
1,000 miles up. A balloon. They told us they sent a balloon 1,000 miles up. That's 4 times higher than the ISS. A balloon.
Oh man, we broke Zombie. He didn't know we didn't go to the moon. Sorry, Zom. Yeah, man, bad news. You might want to go check those moon rocks a little closer that you bought.
Yeah, when people lie to you, you don't have to believe them after that. I don't understand. It's almost like a disease. My mom has this disease. You know, she told me when I was like 7, 8 years old that all politicians are liars. So she knew back then enough to tell her child this. Oh, honey, they all lie.
Right.
You know, so why do you believe what they say next at all? At least question it. I'm not saying you have to believe the opposite of what they're saying, but at least question it and look into it. And people don't. They say, oh, yeah, they just lied about this. And then the next day, oh, they said this. Like, yeah, but did you go? Because yesterday they lied to you. Do you think today they're going to tell you the truth? Oh, it's infuriating. It really is.
Yeah, it really is. I feel you, Zach. And they used Stanley Kubrick, who is one of my favorite film directors for many different movies. They used him for the filming of the moon landing hoax. But how many movie directors are they using now? Are they using any? Or do they just get really good at it?
Or do they just, get really bad at it? I mean, come on, guys. What are we looking at now? We got fucking, how many days a week do we get new shit? I mean, it's just, I can't even understand how anybody can look at anything at any era anymore and go, well, that's legit. Come on.
I mean, they can't hide the
assembly
harnesses.
of this ISS, none. The biggest technological advancement we've ever achieved in space ever, and yet you can't show me a single frame of footage of them putting it together. Okay, fuck you.
Yeah, that was one of the trivia questions from yesterday. The International Fake Station, as I always call it, $100 billion to build, plus an additional $50 billion to launch the stuff up, which we never saw any videos of, as far as I know. And there's nothing. Like, you can watch a house being built nowadays, and there's video footage of it being built. Like, construction projects have cameras that are watching the project.
Yeah, you can watch buildings from like the 40s and 50s. Time lapses of them being built day by day. Just a picture was taken every day, and it shows the building going up from like the 40s and 50s. So this is the greatest achievement of mankind, and no one took a picture of it while it was being built? Right. Yeah, I agree with you, Andrew. That when I heard that, it's like, okay, so there's like no footage. And they admit it. I mean, they don't even address that. I've never
my
heard
uncle
about the footage.
worked for Lockheed Martin. He was a top engineer for Lockheed Martin, and he said one of the main problems that Lockheed Martin was always trying to face when it came to space travel was how to slow down in space. They can say, "Oh yeah, here's how we accelerate," but even though that's bullshit, he said, but they don't have a solution to how they can slow down. You have to think about that. In a vacuum with no resistance, how do you slow down when you're moving at such a velocity?
Don't you just
you didn't see
thrusters on the front? Can't you just accelerate
you flip the rocket
backward?
around. You just flip the rocket around. You didn't see the footage from the moon landing? It just flips around and goes the other way. I've seen it. I saw it happen.
If it has a leak, it has a leak.
Like if your windshield's so shot up that it's all spiderweb and you can't see out of it, you gotta, doing 100 miles an hour, you gotta flip your car around and drive it backwards so you can see out the back. That way. Yeah, just easier to drive it backwards. Sure. So you can see and slow down.
And I love that. If you have a leak, you have a leak. Okay. There are procedures. There are procedures, like if you're in a submarine and you spring a leak. You ask the cook, what do you do? The cook, right? What do you do if a leak springs? He's going to tell you, I go to this hatch and close this. I do this. I do that. I do this. Everybody on that rig knows exactly what they're supposed to do. Like if anything happens, I mean, they train constantly. There's drill, like your fire drill in school. You did it every so often, right? Well, they do drills all the time in the military. So this stuff, you don't have to think. It's a reflex. You just do.
Yes, on Navy ships and merchant marine ships, and also on, I've never been on a cruise ship, but I'm assuming they have the same thing. Every single hatch, or which is a door, has a letter on it, like Operation Zebra, Whiskey, something like that. Bravo, based on certain conditions, meaning that it's going to be an airtight compartment, or if it's on the outside of the ship, Operation Zebra, so that you close it off in the nighttime. So there's all these different hatches that have different symbols on them for certain situations. And do they have that on the ISS? I fucking doubt it, because they didn't think of it.
They got dangly wires, Andrew. That's what they've got there.
And floppy doors.
Yeah, I worked on, and floppy doors. I worked on not a sub. Lord, I'm reading shit in the chat again. I worked on a tug for a few years, and shout out Arrow, my buddy. And just that Like, you regularly got boarded by the Coast Guard to be, like, examined as far as knowing your shit. Like, you would be tested on, like, knowing where to go and what to be doing when shit went down for this kind of thing. A spill, or a fire, or a a tow package getting loose. Everything. You had to know it all. And if you didn't, then you get rid of the boat captain gets in trouble, and it's the whole thing. And you wind up painting under the barnacle chip shit. Anyway, so yeah, basic shit. Basic, just a tugboat, let alone going into a sub. I see some of y'all in chat talking about. That's what I was just reading. So yeah, and the fact that, what's his name? Pettit? That's who we're talking about? Mr. Pettit, who doesn't understand. The astronaut.
Astronaut that should have not even thought about it. He shouldn't, well, you have a leak. No, it should have been, you do this, we do this, we do that. That's how it should have came out of his mouth without thinking. I mean, NASA is still, I know they say they're all civilians, even though every single pilot has been ex-military, but they have procedures. They're going to do it the exact same way. When you're in,
Eddie Bravo actually made a really funny statement about Dom Pettit, and he said, "I'm surprised they haven't suicided his ass yet, because how fucking stupid he is."
I just figured it all out, guys. Holy shit! So didn't Pettit tell us they destroyed the technology? That's why we haven't been back to the moon. That's why the AI couldn't do the rockets. Holy shit!
It didn't have the telemetry data.
Oh, back safe and secure, knowing the robots are coming. All right.
Well, according to Werner von Braun, he couldn't do it either, right? Like, said the rocket would have to be bigger than the Empire.
Bigger than the Empire State Building, indeed, sir. Yes.
To get to the moon and back, that's how big your rocket would need to be.
But they were still thinking liquid fuel, right? Thank God for Jack Parsons and solid fuel boosters and able to.
Right. Thank God for him and the demon possession.
Whatever it was he was doing with
ritual,
his sex
whatever
magic.
he did.
With his help from his good buddy Aleister Crowley.
And
what's his name?
What's his name? Scientology.
There you go. Yeah, that one. Still didn't help.
Still didn't work. Yeah.
The Scientologist. Yep, him.
That dude. God, get out of my head, John.
Oh, and there was one more. Who was the science fiction writer?
Right. Yeah.
Mr. Satellite.
Clark. Clarky boy.
Yeah,
Oh,
Arthur
Clarky
C.
boy.
Arthur C. Clarke.
Hubbard. Fucking Hubbard. Oh, he finally dug deep enough and got him up. Big Lenny Ron. No, I don't know even remember what L. Ron stood for.
But yeah. That was quite the foursome. Powerful foursome.
Oh, I bet it was.
I bet it was. Talk about training on a consistent basis. Sorry. Well, let's just deal with that image for the rest of the day.
You got anything coming up, Andrew B?
I'm
game show. You gonna be doing any more of these debates anytime soon?
Yeah, I'll debate with anybody anytime. It's just that I'm on vacation right now again for another week, and then aside from that, I'm working on my second degree right now, so I'm just taking courses, and aside from that, I'm just going to be chiming in to whatever show I can call into and have a discussion.
Are you putting red stripes on your black belt, or are you going back to school?
Oh, I'm back in university again.
What are you getting your second degree for? For what are you getting your second degree?
Very different. IT.
Nice. I need a good IT guy.
Specialization in networking.
Just don't go in as a dev programmer.
Well, I'm not there yet.
Yeah, well, they're saying they only hire people like straight out of college for that now. All the IT companies, they're looking away from hiring older people and they want, I don't know why, I just read an article about it today. I mean, it could all be hogwash, but yeah, they were saying for some reason the only people that are getting hired as beginning programmers are people straight out of college or straight out of high school, people that know how to do it.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Having a hard time trying to.
Yeah, I've tried learning how to program, and it's not easy, but I'm actually getting professional help at this point now. And I live in Silicon Valley, so it's not going to be too hard to find a job in that.
Can't swing a dead mouse without hitting a programmer. They're in Silicon Valley, I bet.
But either way, I'm still an electrician, so
yeah,
doesn't matter.
Is that there? All the layoffs? I know Google laid off like 12,000. Someone else laid off like 10,000. I think it was Meta. Are you seeing any of that there in your community? Is there any buzz about that?
Not that I've heard of, except that a lot of schools are having a lot of problems with enrollment right now, just because of the whole lockdown situation that caused a lot of schools to be forced into going online. That's caused a lot of problems.
Heard a lot of rumblings about mask mandates being brought back by your governor and this and that. Is that any buzz about that locally? Or are you seeing...
the only people I really see wearing masks around here still are, and I'm going to be as respectful as I can when I say this, Asian women. Those are the people.
Interesting.
Mostly. Well, it's Asians, mostly Asian women, though.
I guess culturally that's been a thing in their culture, with SARS and that whole thing. Maybe that's part of it. And I'm trying to be respectful as I can here, but in my immediate area of where I live in this little small town, it tends to be African Americans who are still masked up on a pretty regular basis around here. So I was just waiting to hear what you were going to say, because I was wondering if it was a regional thing or a political statement thing. I don't know. I don't know what it's supposed to be at this point. Really, I don't really.
The only requirements we still have are if you go into a federal, hospital, for example. Like I actually had my yearly checkup at a VA hospital over here, and they told me to put a mask on. I said, nope, cancel my appointment, and I walked out.
Cool. Wow, we are wrapping this thing up soon, guys. Quickly. It's hitting the end. So,
didn't realize.
Wow, did I shut the? I did shut the ball. How did I do that? I guess when everything was playing. Anyway, this afternoon, the plan is, as far as I still know, is going to have our good buddy David M there in chat, and Daryl Davis from Flat Earth Farms come and talk some of what I already see going on there in chat. Bit of the old Earth and what can be yielded therefrom. Ooh, that probably came out bad, Englishly. But thank you so much, Andrew, for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out. Dude, the show, like I said, amazing. Austin, wherever you are, sir, amazing. Thank y'all so much for making that happen. And again, if you need any help or a contestant, I'm around. I'll give you my number if you don't have it. I know Austin has it for sure.
Well, I'm going to hang out a little while after the show ends. I got some questions for you guys, if you guys don't mind.
Not at all.
Absolutely good, sir.
Cool.
We've only got about 90 seconds left here. So thank you all for tuning in and hanging out with us this morning, waking up with us. I surely do appreciate it. But I have work here in just a few minutes. And boy, am I excited.
Fun. I know, man.
China is getting...
Never.
Something to research. I guess Space Power China is going to build ground stations in Antarctica. So I guess because it's scientific, they get to do this?
Absolutely.
But yeah, to support satellites.
Satellite.
Are these balloon satellites that are flying over the U.S. right now? mean, why isn't? I'm sorry. The balloon should be shot down. It's not ours, and it's not.
What's the angle, don't you know?
Well, can we not shoot it down?
Don't you know that China is an altruistic country? There's nothing bad that they're going to do with it, or any of the information that it may or may not be gathering.
All right, see you this afternoon. Love you.
That's it, love you guys. We'll see you back here this afternoon for Have No Sphere. Kicking off 5:30-ish. I don't know. We'll see how I feel when I get home from work. Other than that, we'll be back here on Tuesday morning for more of the Ironworks on Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. Until then, be good, be well. We love you. Bye-bye.